Champ, away from this fight, I've heard you go on record to say, we spoke about Anthony Yard, about how he's built all wrong.
Yeah.
You then said Timothy Bradley was one off species.
Yeah.
I just want to talk a little bit about Anthony Joshua, because you went on, I think it was First Take, where you talked about Anthony Joshua just built all wrong. You haven't really, you didn't lose a fight, so you haven't really come over adversity in that way where you've had to lose a fight. I know that Kovalev first fight, there was fans were saying that it was a close fight.
Could have went either way.
Could have gone either way, and you took the rematch. But for Anthony Joshua to take that rematch immediately, one, is that a good thing? Two,
where's the self-belief at?
mentally, what has it done to Anthony Joshua?
Huh?
Mentally, what has it done to Anthony Joshua, that first fight?
I don't know. I'm not in his head. I don't know. I'm not in his camp. You know, I'm not listening to him talk on a daily. I can't really assess where he is. I mean, you know, fighters are going, when they're on the record, they're gonna seem tough. They're gonna seem like they got it together. It's affected him though, for sure. Like, and that's the misconception about, you know, my career, is that people see the O and they think, oh, you know, you haven't really had a lot of adversity. I did. I had a lot of adversity. And it takes a lot to hold everybody off year after year after year. It takes a lot of, like, mental focus, mental toughness, and just fortitude to win when people expect you to win. So I've gone through the whole mental thing. Doesn't always look the same, but I've gone through it. So if you look at, like, I got dropped against Darnell Boone, got stunned against Kenny Cost early in my career, and having to read at that time, our war's not what we thought he was. Our war's got some explaining to do. This wasn't supposed to happen. Like, I had to overcome that. I can remember after getting dropped for the first time and having to deal with all that stuff, I remember not wanting to fight on TV for a while. Just didn't want to do it. Like, again, I'm young, I'm a baby, right? 27 years old. I'm trying to figure out, like, man, they turned on me, man. First I was the gold medalist and the American dream, and all of a sudden, man, they turned on me. I made one mistake, but I won the fight. Like, I didn't want to be on TV. I just wanted to continue to develop offline. So I had to overcome that. I had to overcome, you know, getting dropped and you know, people saying I didn't have a chin, and, like, I had to overcome that. And if you look at early in my career, people said I didn't have a chin. Then all of a sudden it started to go away. You didn't hear anything else about it. Because I proved to myself and I proved to the world that I can take a shot. And I've beaten some of the biggest punchers in the sport of boxing over the past 10, 12, 13 years. So saying all of that is to say, of course it's affected him. How bad, I don't know. But right now, soul searching time. I can't say if taking the immediate rematch is wrong or right. He knows where he's at. Sometimes getting right back on the horse is the right thing to do. Sometimes taking a break is the right thing to do. No case is the same. He knows where he's at, and he seems to be a smart individual. So I think he's going to, I think if he wasn't ready, I think he would probably take a fight in between. I'm not sure what the contract reads, if it's immediate or not. I'm not sure. I'm assuming it is.
You can get behind whooped in sparring.
To Joshua's credit, though, he hasn't been boxing that long. His total career is just over 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. Most of us, at least Tim had 10 years under our belts before we had our first pro fight. So he's really an overachiever. Deontay Wilder is really an overachiever if you really look at the whole career and the time spent in the ring. And that's to be, you know, that's commendable. I think with Joshua, and people took the comment the wrong way and they kind of spun it, and I get it about the bodybuilding and stuff. I wasn't trying to pile on. Like, I have a lot of respect for Joshua. I ain't like we said about Lennox though. I can't get on board with that. But I have a lot of respect for him as a fighter. I know how hard it is, obviously, and I know that when you lose, people love to pile on, and I didn't intend for my comment to be that, even though it was kind of spun like that. Basically what I was saying was, you know, like, put the weights down, put the battle ropes down, put the fitness stuff down. You are a big man, you're strong, you got enough physical strength. Lean out a little bit. Don't do any resistance work. Just work on your conditioning. Get in the gym with Robert McCracken and just work your skill. Be honest about where you're deficient. Shore up those areas. Get those areas better. And then go out there with the right mindset that I'm going to get my title back. And that's going to put him in the best position to win. But that's what I meant to say. Or I was trying to say. But he has a shot. You know, it depends on how he comes back. Lennox did it. You know, Lennox did it. Sometimes getting knocked off your perch can create a monster. And sometimes it can knock you down and you can never recover. But that's the beauty of boxing. That's why everybody's going to tune in. That's why they're going to make the money they're going to make. That's why we're going to really see how good Anthony Joshua really, really is. Because he's been knocked off his perch. We all can ride high when we're standing tall. But what can you do when things don't go your way? What can you do when you have some real adversity? Not, oh, I got buzzed in the fight, but I recovered. Or I got knocked down, but I got up. You've been knocked off your perch. The whole world turned on you. Now what are you made of?
Finally, you talk about the Lennox comments. I got to talk about that. Obviously, there was, Lennox came out. He kind of didn't put any more ignition of fire on it after those comments that Anthony Joshua made, that he was a clown and that he was from a different cloth.
Can't say that, man.
But what was your take on it?
Listen, man, I'm not trying to get involved in what they got, but I'm always an advocate, man. I'm a ride for the legends in the sport, man. And Lennox, I love to say, he's one of my legends. He's one of the ones I went to go see, tuned in to watch. Have a great deal of respect for him. He's a mentor to me. His phone is always, on when I need him, and he's helped me in more ways than people realize in boxing, like I tweeted, and in my business life. So you got to respect your elders, man. Period. I don't care if Lennox says something reckless. What happened to the younger generation? Said, man, I'm not gonna say nothing about that. I'm gonna just leave it alone. It's better to not say anything than to call another man that could be your father a clown. That's my opinion. I think it's highly disrespectful. Lennox Lewis is the reason why I knew about boxing in the UK. Lennox Lewis. Not Joe Calzaghe, not Carl Froch, not Nigel Benn. Respect to those guys, but Lennox Lewis was the reason I tuned in and realized that, man, they got a British boxing, it's a hotbed out there. Being from the US. And whether Joshua admits it or not, he grew up watching Lennox. He gained a lot from Lennox. Now, he probably was hurt by some comments Lennox made, but if you know Lennox Lewis, it's not malicious. But the younger generation, a lot of times, they take critique like it's an attack. You got to be able to shoulder that if you're going to be the heavyweight champion of the world. If you're going to be a champion, period, you got to be able to shoulder people close to you coming out and saying stuff. People saying, man, I thought he lost. And man, he's got to do this. Man, look, if he don't stop doing this, it's going to happen again. You got to be able to look that in the face and say, man, you know what, man, I take that. I own that. I own that. And the way that makes you feel, that's what drives you. That's what forces you to get up early. That's what forces you to stay late. But what happens is with the younger generation, they push it away. Oh, you hating. They don't receive the criticism a lot of time. Not everybody, but a lot of them. We're in this tell me what I want to hear era. And social media is so bad sometimes because you can go there and get all the flattery you want. Man, they hating on you. Man, you the best. Man, Lennox Lewis is tripping, man. No. Lennox told me right. I got to do better. That's how you regain your titles. That's how you one day walk away as a legend. That man is a bona fide legend, bro. Not just in the UK, but worldwide. Gotta respect it.
Dre, I have many more questions. I know you got the fight meeting.
We'll get a couple more days.
You're here for a couple more days, so you're not gonna.
I always got love for Fight Hype, man.
Appreciate that.
My boy Ben Thompson, Percy, you, and everybody else, man. It's always love. Whatever you need, I got you.
Appreciate you, Dre, and hopefully we catch up with you before you go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Under Dre for FightHype.com. Thank you very much.